बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
व अलैकुम अस्सलाम।
नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली व नुसल्लिमु अला रसूलिहिल करीम, अम्मा बाद। फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। कमसलिश शैतान इज़ क़ाल लिल इंसानि कफ़ुर फ़लम्मा कफ़र क़ाल इन्नी बरीउम मिनका इन्नी अख़ाफ़ुल्लाह रब्बल आलमीन। आमन्तु बिल्लाहि सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम व सदक़ रसूलुहुन नबियुल करीमुल अमीन। इन्नल्लाहा व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लु अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद इब्न अब्दिल्लाह मा दाका अमरुन इल्ला व फर्रजहुल्लाह। नवैतु सुन्नतल इतिकाफ लिल्लाहि तआला। Alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us yet again with another Jumatul Mubarak. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to shower all the blessings of this day upon us, and not just to us but to all the Muslims in the world.
Ameen.
I was talking to somebody yesterday and I was giving him the advice that please make sure you come to the masjid on time before I start the speech. Why was I saying that? I was saying that for a reason. जुम्मे के अंदर कितनी रकअत होती है? हम फर्ज पढ़ते दो. There's 2 rakat when we pray the Jummah prayer. And the 2 rakat, it takes hardly 3 minutes, 4 minutes, no more than that. So the point of Jummah, if a person were to understand what is the real point of Jummah, it is to make sure that because it happens once a day, once a week. It happens once a week where everybody comes in and they hear something. So this opportunity comes to us once a week. So the main purpose of Jummah is to come early and to listen what is being said and implement that to your life. And if you were to implement that to your life, you will realize how your life will change. So जो मुसलमान की अक्सरियत है ना, वो इस चीज से गाफिल है. I mean, majority of the Muslims, they don't realize what is the true benefit that they can achieve while coming to Jummah. So majority of the Muslims, we realize, not just here, everywhere, they come in late, and because of that, they don't take the 100% barakat, the 100% blessing that you're supposed to get from Jummah. If you were to do that, there's 52 weeks in a year. 52 times if you do that, you will realize the change that you will get in your life. So may Allah Rabbul Alameen give the Muslims tawfiq, the ability to come to Friday on time.
Ameen. Allah.
There is an ayat mubarakah in Surah Hashr, ayat number 16 that I recited earlier. I want to recite the ayat and I want to tell you what the meaning of that ayat is, and then I will tell you the background of that ayat. Kamasalish shaitan is called lil insani kufr. शैतान की मिसाल ऐसे है कि जब वो इंसान से कहता है कि कुफर कर. The example of the devil is such when the devil tells a person to do kufr. फलम्मा कफर, and then when that person does kufr, और जब वो इंसान कुफर कर लेता है, क़ाला, तो शैतान उससे कहता है, then the devil says to that person, इन्नी बरीउम मिनका, I have nothing to do with you. मैं तुझसे बेजार हूँ, मेरा तेरा कोई ताल्लुक नहीं. इन्नी अख़ाफ़ुल्लाह रब्बल आलमीन, मुझे अल्लाह का खौफ है. I fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I fear Allah Rabbul Alameen. I have nothing to do with you. After he has made that person become a kafir, then he says, me and you separate. मेरा तेरा कोई ताल्लुक नहीं. तो अपने रास्ते में अपने रास्ते, मैं तो अल्लाह से डरता हूँ. इस आयत मुबारक जो सूरह हशर की ये आयत नंबर 16 है, इस आयत के अंदर इमाम गजाली अलैहिर्रहमान ने एक वाकया बयान किया. इमाम गजाली अलैहिर्रहमान एक वाकया बयान किया, उसको मैं बयान करना चाहता हूँ, तो उसको समझें. इमाम गजाली, huge scholar of Islam, he mentions an event, a story that took place about this ayat. There was a very pious individual, एक बहुत आबिद शख्स था, बहुत नेक, हमेशा अल्लाह की इबादत करता. He always used to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then in the community there were 3 brothers. Those three brothers were going for jihad. They were going to fight in the way of Allah. They were going for jihad and they had a sister. So when they're going for jihad, they have a sister, then the thought came to their mind. The devil put the thought in their head and they said, you know, we are leaving for jihad, but we have a sister. Who's going to take care of my sister? Then the devil put the thought in their mind that there's an abid, there's a person who's very pious, person बड़ा नेक शख्स है, तुम अपनी बहन को उसकी जिम्मेदारी में रखो. There's a very pious individual, you should tell him to take care of your sister while you are away for jihad. So they went, all the three brothers, they went to that person and they said, we are going for jihad, we are going to fight in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can you take care of our sister while we are away? The person said, no, tawbah, tawbah. No, I am in the Sharia, I'm not supposed to look at na-mahram. No, I don't want to do nothing. I don't have nothing to do with your sister. I want to mind my own business. The brothers, they said, if that's the case, if you're not going to take care of our sister, and if something happened to her while we are away, then on the day of judgment, we're going to grab you. We're going to tell Allah that because of him, something happened to our sister. So the shaitan put the thought in that pious individual's mind. He said, it's okay. They're only going for a few days. What's wrong just by taking care of her? Nothing wrong with that. It's not going to hurt you to take care of her. And plus you will get rewards because you are taking care of somebody. और वो कहते हैं ना पर्दा दिल का होता है. That thought, they put that in the mind of the pious individual. कि क्या हुआ? मैं नेक हूँ. पर्दा तो दिल का होता है. मैं अपना काम करूँगा, वो अपना काम करेगी. And also he had another house in front of his own house. So he said, let me come up with a strategy. He says, I will live in my house and I will put the sister of their sister in my other house. So the three brothers, they left for jihad. And he's at home. Every day he prepared the meal, he cooked the meal. And he opened his door and he put the meal on the doorstep. And he says, hey, come get your food. And he closed the door. She, the sister, opened the door, come out, walk to this house, pick up the food and go back to her house. This went on for some time. Then the devil put the thought in the pious individual's mind. उस शैतान ने उस नेक बंदे के दिल में एक और थॉट डाला. वो क्या डाला? वो कहने लगा कि ना देखो तुम खाना रखते हो, लड़की को तकलीफ होती है, वो अपने घर से चलती भी आती है, उसको बड़ी दिक्कत होती है. You put the food outside and the female has to come all the way from that house to this house. She's struggling. So don't do that. She's struggling. Don't put her through that. So what you should do, take the food and bring it to her house and put it on the doorstep. One step closer to problem. So he said, yeah, that's right. If I put the food here, वो वहाँ से आएगी, तकलीफ होगी. ऐसा करता हूँ मैं खाना वहीं रख देता हूँ, उसको आना नहीं पड़ेगा. So what he did, he put the food at her doorstep. This went on for some time. Then Shaitan put the thoughts in his mind again. He said, it's been so long. कब से वो औरत घर में अकेली है, कोई बात करने वाला नहीं है उससे. There's nobody there to talk to her. She's alone. And she might be feeling sad. She's alone. Nobody to talk to her. So next time when you go, knock on the door, and when she opens the door, ask her, everything okay? Do you need anything? So next time, when the pious individual, he went to the house, he put the food, and he knocked on the door. She opened the door. Hey, you need anything? Everything okay? Can I take care of something? Everything fine? You're okay? She said, yeah, I'm okay. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, many days go by. Then the shaitan put the thought again in his mind. And he says, go talk to her a little bit more. उसे जाके और बात करो तो सब ठीक है. So then the next time when he went, he knocked on the door opened and he goes inside. And then they start talking. And next thing you know, he commits the major sin with that woman. उसने उस आर्मी ने, उस नेक बंदे ने, जो बजाय जो बहुत नेक था, उस बंदे ने वो बड़ा गुनाह कर दिया और कुछ ही अर्से बाद बच्चे की विलादत हो गई. The baby was born after that. They were living happily, everything was fine. Then the time came for the three brothers to come back from jihad. अब वो वक्त आ गया कि उसके तीनों भाइयों को वापस आना था जिहाद से. So the devil put the thought in his mind again. He said, everything is fine right now, but when her brothers come back, they're gonna ask you, where did this baby come from? What are you doing? So what if she put the blame on you, that you did everything? She gonna blame you for everything that has happened, and then they're gonna kill you. So before they come, fix this problem. He says, how? How should I fix? Kill her and kill the baby. That thought the devil put in his mind, kill the woman, kill the baby, so khalas, no issues. And the brothers are coming back. So of course he did exactly that. He killed her, he killed the baby, उसने औरत को भी मार दिया, बच्चे को भी मार दिया. फिर शैतान ने कहा उसको कि इन दोनों को जहां तुम्हारा मुसल्ला बिछा हुआ है उसी के नीचे दफन कर दो. The devil put the thought in his mind that bury them underneath the place where you worship. So he picked up his janamas and he buried them, and then he covered it back. Then he said that he started crying, oh, what I did, I messed up. I should not have done this. Then his brother, the three brothers came. He said, where is our sister? हमारी बहन का जो हम तुम्हारे पास छोड़ के गए थे. So he said, the pious individual said, you know, she was so sad and she missed you guys, and after so long she died. She died. And I buried her in the cemetery over there. And he pointed to the random grave. He said, this is your sister, she is buried here. A random, किसी और बंदे की कब्र पे कहती कि तुम्हारी बहन की कब्र है. अब तुम फातिहा पढ़ो जाओ, तो भाई बड़ा रोए कि हमारी बहन का इंतकाल हो गया. Our sister passed away. All three brothers, then they came home and they went to sleep. The three brothers went to sleep, and at night, all three of them, the devil came into their dreams. All three of them had a dream. And what was the dream? The devil came in their dream and told them that that pious individual, he's a liar. He did not do nothing. He killed your sister and her baby also. And they are buried under the place where he worshipped. Go check it out. The devil put that thought in the dream. So they woke up and they said, what? Maybe this is the wrong thought. But they said, no, all three of us had the same exact dream. So we're gonna do some research. हम तीनों भाइयों को सेम ख्वाब आया है, इसका मतलब है कुछ इशू है. So all three of them went to that house. And he says, stand up, we have to dig here. And they removed him, they started digging, and they found the body of their sister and the baby. And they said, what? You killed our sister? तूने हमारी बहन को मारा? They took him to the king. बादशाह के पास उसको लेके गए. And the king said, you pretend to be so pious, you always worship, you always do good deed, but in reality this is what you do. तो बड़ा नेक बनता है, बड़ी इबादत करता है, और ये काम कर रहा है. इसको फांसी की सजा सुनाओ. So the judge said, the king said, hang him until death. So they gave him the punishment of, they're gonna hang him in death. So when he was standing right there, where they have the rope around your neck, that's the time when the devil came to that individual. तब वो शैतान उस बंदे के पास आया. The devil came to that individual and the devil said, see how I destroyed you. देखा मैंने तुझे कैसे हराया? तू बड़ा नेक बनता था. You were so pious. You always do worship. You see how I defeated you? He said, yeah, you messed my life up. You messed everything up. The devil said, there is still an opportunity for you. You still have the opportunity to get away from this. Do you want me to help you? He said, yeah. help me get out of this. I don't want to die. The devil said, one more thing you can do that will protect you. He said, what is that? The devil said, tell me that I'm your God. Do sajda to me. मुझे खुदा समझ के सजदा करो. तो कहने लगा मैं सजदा कैसे करूं? मैं तो खड़ा हूं, फांसी का फंदा मेरे गले में. I'm standing and the rope is around my neck. How can I do sajda to you? The devil said, no. Just put your head down like this and pretend that you are doing sajda to me. And if you do that, I will get you out of this problem. The person said, okay. And the person did this. He lowered his head. As soon as he lowered his head in doing sajda to shaitan, he did this and the door opened and he died. And the pious individual, somebody who do worship all the time, got in the trap of the devil. And that person right away died. And he died on kufr. He died as a non-Muslim. Now that you know this waqia, now that you know this event, listen to this ayah. Again. Kamasali shaitan. The example of the devil is such, is all lil insan yakfur. When he tells the person to do kufr, falamma kafar. And then when that person does the kufr, Allah, the devil says, Inni bari'um minka. I have nothing to do with you. You go your way, I go my way. Inni akhafullah rabbal alameen. I fear Allah. I have nothing to do with you. Imam Ghazali alayhi rahmah mentioned that when the guy was pulling the lever and the person was about to die, Shaitan said that to him. He said, Mera tera koi taluk nahi. I have nothing to do with you. You on your own. I fear Allah. The devil is saying, I fear Allah. I have nothing to do with you. This is how the devil trapped the pious individual, and the pious individual died a death of a non-Muslim. Dunya bhi tabah, akhirat bhi tabah. Shaitan ke waswase mein aa jana. The trap of the devil, in order to defeat somebody, if you want to defeat somebody, if you have an enemy, and if you want to defeat your enemy, you have to learn about your enemy. First, you have to learn about your enemy, how you can defeat. And then you have to act upon those things so this way you can defeat your enemy. Otherwise, your enemy will defeat you. Is that right? Multiple times in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that the devil is your open enemy. He kaun keh raha hai? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah Rabbul Alameen is mentioning in the Quran that the devil is your open enemy. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the devil is your open enemy. So you have to understand, he's going to do something, so you have to prepare yourself. You have to watch out. You cannot just live your life normal like nothing is going to happen and you think you're going to enter paradise. No. He made the challenge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he will misguide everybody. So you think he's not going to follow his challenge? Do you think the devil is weak? He challenged Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I'm gonna misguide all the Muslims, everybody. My goal is to make sure the person dies on kufr. And I will make sure I do that to that person. So you think the devil is weak and he's not going to do? He's going to do what he does. But the question is, are we doing what we're supposed to do? That's the question. In Surah Tahrim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned this. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, ay iman walo, O those who believe, Qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nar, protect yourself, save yourself and your family from the hellfire. Who's saying this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is Allah Rabbul Alameen saying? O those who believe, you, me, protect yourself. You know, right now, when we leave at night time at my house, we put the alarm, security system. When there is nobody in the house, जब घर खाली होता है तो हम security system लगाते हैं. When हम लोग जब घर से निकलते हैं, when you leave the house, I go in the remote and I say, and the security system on. Now, if somebody wants to enter the house, the alarm is going to go off. The police is going to call me. Somebody is inside your house. Hurry up, call 911. and the police will come, right? That's the case. So there's a security system for everything. How come there is no security system for our iman? How come we don't have a security system? What are we relying on? दुआ और दवा. ये मैंने आज के बयान का टाइटल दिया, दुआ और दवा. यानी कि pray and medicine. You need both in order to survive. You cannot just say, oh, let me leave the door open, everything open, put the gold in the kitchen, let me walk out. I'm good. No. You have to do the right protection, and then if something happens, then it's fine. इसी तरह हमारा जो पैसा है इसकी प्रोटेक्शन है, जो गोल्ड है घर में उसकी प्रोटेक्शन है. Our money is protected in the bank. Our gold is protected in the bank. Our special belongings are protected. But what about our iman? Iman is protected. You have a security system? No. How are you going to protect your iman? Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, ay iman walo, oh those who believe, qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara, protect yourself and protect your family from the hellfire. That hellfire, जिसका ईंधन इंसान और पत्थर है. The hellfire, the fuel is people and stones. And in the same ayat, Allah Rabbul Alamin mentioned that there are certain angels who are appointed in the hell. And their job, they are so strict and they are so strong that they never refuse the command of Allah. ऐसे फरिश्ते अल्लाह रब्बुल आलमीन ने मुकर्रर किए हैं जहन्नुम पर, वो इतने सख्त हैं और इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग हैं कि वो अल्लाह रब्बुल आलमीन का कोई हुक्म नहीं मना करते. They never refuse the command of Allah. They always obey Allah. So if the punishment is to beat this person, they will keep beating that person. In the prison, when somebody, especially back in our homes, when somebody in the prison, the punishment is to whip the person, keep whipping the person. But the person who's whipping that individual, उसके दिल में ये thought आता है कि यार बहुत मारिए, थोड़ा सा रुक जाओ, रहम आता है. The person who's beating this person for punishment, he says, maybe I beat him too much. Let me give him 30-second break. But in the hellfire, the angel, they don't have that. The angels don't say, okay, let me give that person a break. No. Allah mentioned in the Quran, the angels that I have appointed in the hellfire, they are strict. They always follow my command and they are strong. So when they start hitting you, they will keep hitting you until your punishment is served. So the security system that we have at our home, what about the security system for our iman? Dawa and dua hame bahut chahiye. So we always say, when you have an infection in your body, you go to the doctor. The doctor prescribes you antibiotic. You take the antibiotic from the pharmacy, you come home. Has it ever happened that you bring the medicine from the pharmacy and you throw it in the trash and don't eat, and they say, I'll be fine? Has it ever happened? No. You always take the medicine. You always take the antibiotic. Now the question is, who put the shifa in that medicine? Who put the shifa in the medicine? Allah. But you are taking the medicine, right? You're not saying that I'm not going to take the medicine and I will be fixed. ऐसा तो नहीं होता. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप कहेंगे कि मैं दवाई नहीं खाऊंगा मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगा. नहीं. दवाई आप खाते हैं. उस दवाई में शिफा कौन डालता है? अल्लाह रब्बुल आलमीन. Just like how you take the medicine and Allah put the shifa and you become fixed, you become well, same way. It's not gonna be right if you just say, oh my iman, may Allah protect my iman, that's it. No. What do you think? The devil is weak? You have to do something. Practically. आपको practically कुछ करना पड़ेगा. You have to, when you make a prayer to Allah, say, protect my iman, protect the iman of my wife, protect the iman of my children. Okay, good. You make the dua. Now what are you going to do? Where is your security system? अब आपका security system का दुआ करनी अच्छी बात है. दुआ करनी चाहिए. It's good that you're making the dua for your children, for your wife, for yourself, for your mother, for your father. It's good. But after you make the dua, now what are you going to do? So the right thing, the right answer to this question is you have to put you have to create a religious environment in the house. जब तक घर के अंदर दीनी माहौल नहीं होगा, तब तक आप शैतान को नहीं हरा सकते. सच्ची बात. आप कुछ भी कर लें, घर के अंदर, in the house, it is a must to have such an environment when everybody is religious. If you don't have a religious environment in your house and your child is going to school for 8 hours and he meets so many kids he meet over there. I teach Sunday school, and when in Sunday school I talked to that parent and I said, how much time you spend with your child? I asked a simple question. What is my question? मैंने कहा आप अपने बच्चे के साथ कितना वक्त स्पेंड करते हैं? How much time you spend with your child? You know what he said? He said, साद भाई, मैं 18 घंटे काम करता हूँ रोजाना 7 दिन. I work 18 hours and I work 7 days a week because I have to bring the money. So I said, you work 18 hours every day? He said, yeah. How many days? 7 days. So I said, you work 18 hours, 7 days a week. When do you spend time with your children? When do you talk to your children? Oh no. I send my children to Sunday school for 2 hours, so everything is fine. You think your child can come to Sunday school once a week for 2 hours and he's going to become pious? What are you doing? I never say that don't earn money. You have to get money also. I never said no to that. But I said you're not going to spend time with your children. Who gonna guide them? If you don't guide them, then they're going to go to school and somebody else is going to guide them. And then somebody else is going to mistreat them. What's going to happen then? Then you're going to start crying when your son comes home and the son says, I have this girlfriend, I have that girlfriend, or I do this, I do that. What are you going to do then? I mean, how are we thinking? Sometimes my brain gets shut down because I say, what are these people doing? 18 hours every day, work. It's good, save money. But उस पैसे का क्या फायदा जो पैसे से बंदा अपने बच्चे को ना बचा सके? What's the benefit of the money? Then you cannot even protect the iman of your children. You cannot guide your children. You're so busy working and saving money. They are trapped. They are trapped in the school. They are under the company of those individuals who will misguide them. Who going to protect? You have to give them an environment in the house that is a religious environment. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu. Ay iman walo. Qu anfusakum. Protect yourself. Wa ahlikum nar. And protect your family from the hellfire. In order to do this, we have to create an environment in our house that is religious. Open the book of Allah. Open the Quran. Read the Hadith Mubarak of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Follow the footsteps of Rasulullah. Teach your children about the characteristics of Rasulullah. Teach your children the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Guide them so they know the difference between right and wrong. The parents become happy when the child comes home and he says, report card, all A's. And all the parents become happy. मैं भी खुश होता मेरे बच्चे को A मिलता है ना मैं भी बड़ा खुश हो जाता हूँ कि बच्चे को A मिल गया. But what about the report card of the Akhirah? When the angel comes and they give you your record book either in your right hand or in the left hand, or God forbid in the left hand through the chest, behind the back, and in that hand. It is very important. May Allah Rabbul Alameen help us.
Ameen. Ameen.
It's good to make dua. We're going to make dua. Okay, we're going to make dua. It's good to make the dua. But practical. Practical, अगर आप नहीं करेंगे, आप दुआ जितनी मांगते हैं, आप घर में बैठे तस्बीह पढ़ते हैं, पूरे दिन तस्बीह पढ़ते हैं, और बोले मेरा बच्चा नहीं बोल रहा, और कुछ भी ना करें, ऐसा नहीं होता. ऐसा नहीं होता. अगर ऐसा होता, तो सहाबा किराम को बदर में जाने की जरूरत क्या थी? The companions of Rasulullah went to fight in Badr. Why? They should have stayed home. They should recite the tasbih and say, Allah remove these trouble from us. But they practically went into the battlefield and fought. Sahaba Ikram Badr के मकाम पे गए, वहां पर बैटल हुई, अल्लाह की गहरी मदद आई और मुसलमानों को फतह हुई. लेकिन बदर में जाना जरूरी है. घर में बैठे बैठे बदर नहीं जीता जाता. You cannot stay home and just mind your own business, don't talk to your children and think my children are going to be fine. No, this world will mess them up. the world will misguide them. Then you're going to cry 20 years from now. By then it will be too late. So protect yourself now. Protect yourself now. You, your wife, your mother, your father, your children, your cousin, your brother, everybody. Protect them now before it's too late. Let's make a dua. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil anbiya wal mursaleen.
Ameen.
Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, protect our iman.
Ameen.
Ya Allah, give us the ability to protect our iman.
Ameen.
Ya Allah, give us the ability to guide our children. Ya Allah, give us the ability to have a religious environment in the house.
Ameen.
Ya Allah, give us the ability to follow the Quran.
Ameen.
Ya Allah, give us your love. Ya Allah, give us the love of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Allah, give us the love of Quran. Ya Allah, give us such a life that is filled with good deeds. Ya Allah, keep us away from shaitan.
Ameen.
ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد صاحب الخلق العظيم وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Those who have not performed sunnah, may